sound like come from
That's
country.
like asking, is a man called Winston black? Like, come on now. Let's be real. Like.
That's Winston.
What's the black? Give me like black names off the top. Like.
Douglas.
I said Douglas. No, Delroy. Facts. Winston.
Carlton.
Ernest.
You say Carlton?
I only know black Carltons, bro.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Ernest. Definitely.
No relation, yeah. But do you lot know any white Emmanuels?
No.
Emmanuel Macron.
Yeah.
Is that Emmanuel or Manuel?
No, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
The French president.
Spelled
Is it Emmanuel?
Spelled exactly like Emmanuel.
Bro. Ain't he?
He's the only white Emmanuel that I...
Didn't he dip out?
No, I think he's still...
Emmanuel Petit. You know why you ain't been hearing about him?
Because they're going sick in
France
it.
is going
Manuel Petit.
crazy, bro. Has man seen the protests in France?
Yeah. Because of the pensions?
Right though, man.
Yeah,
they're right. Bring that hair, man. Do that hair.
Yeah, but you know what we do? We go, they're going mad in France, innit? And then someone else says, yeah. So what you on tomorrow?
Fucking.
Hey, but anyway, just like that, we're back. MTTE, Morton and Ends podcast. With myself, Big Cam. Not by myself in the building. Who else we got in the building?
Captain J Ghost, Blackbeard and that.
The man, the myth.
Blackbeard, some pirate.
As well as...
Got your boy EmanJR on the building. Yeah, done now.
You're done now.
Hey, you're me back again. Old man Ricky.
You can't see it.
Yeah,
I said the
you know what I'm like?
I like that. Man.
Is your screen the one that if you turn it to the side?
Yeah.
I do like that. I think
you know, trying to be nosy and you can't be nosy and that.
Yeah, man, I love it, man.
Yeah,
man on the train love to be nosy.
Sorry,
fam.
I
before
said
we,
on the train, you think man could look at my... I'll look at them straight like...
but before we started though, you said what is Trenton meat? Like,
Yeah, what is Trenton? Ain't that pork?
it says this breakfast meat is almost always smoked and sold exclusively in New Jersey and originated right here in the city of Trenton. The first version of pork roll can be traced back to the 19th century.
Told you.
You're out there.
Told you.
Little history lesson there still. Yeah. But do you know what?
Little porcupines.
Shout out to Diggy, no porkies. I usually start this episode by saying, yeah, on today's episode we're going to be talking about this, we're going to be talking about that. But I didn't plan nothing for this episode, so we're just going to freestyle. What's the man saying still?
You see, the last time I was here, did I speak to man about the most gang-related deaths in Europe? Which country had the most gang-related deaths in Europe?
In Europe?
Yeah.
In Europe.
All right, before you say who, I'm going to go...
Not this year, 2008.
2008.
2018. Sorry, I don't know.
I'm going to go two guesses. That's
Europe,
fine.
Yeah, in Europe.
Two guesses.
I don't think man's going to
I'm going to say either Ireland or Scotland.
Nope.
I'm
We're
gonna
a part of Britain.
I'm gonna say
It weren't a country, it weren't associated with Great Britain.
Gang
I'm gonna say France or
France is gang
Holland,
bro.
or Holland.
Oh, Holland. Nah.
Nope. No.
You ain't guessed
One
yet.
Man ain't even gonna believe it. Man be like, what? How?
One more guess. Romania.
Nope.
Oh shit.
Man tried
See,
to-
man's thinking of bad countries.
I know, man just tried to
You have to
use-
think of the countries that you don't hear about.
Nah.
No.
Oh, Sweden.
Yes, but you only know because what?
No.
because
But I listen. I actually listened to some Swedish rappers though. Shout out Yasin, man.
The most gang-related deaths in 2018 was
Yeah,
in
bro.
Sweden.
Sweden is cracking still. Sweden is.
There's
going
an
off.
ends, yeah. There's a little.
So they're
ends.
drilling in. Well, I knew
Bro.
it. No. Hold, sorry.
Bro, there's an ends.
Chucky did a gangster thing in Sweden still. Is it
Literally,
Sweden or Denmark?
It's Sweden. It's literally youngers versus olders, bro.
Bro, there's a little ends. Yeah. There's an ends,
do it,
yeah.
bro.
There's a little ends, and I think there's bare like
Marlies.
immigrants, Somalians.
Therefore,
all that.
bare
Bro,
Marlies.
it's going off. I watched a little documentary on YouTube about it. Bro, they're moving.
So yeah, but what? No, but all right. So like, even you say that this week because we're gonna touch on the King Von documentary because I don't know if you watched that. I watched it.
I watched the bit. I haven't finished it. I've probably watched the first 40
He
minutes
was,
of it.
you know, like you ever heard of?
from Chicago?
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever heard of Little Dirk or Chief Keef? You must have heard Chief Keef.
Sanchez? Barry Simon?
Man said Sanchez.
You don't know who Little Dirk is?
It's over my head, isn't it?
Man said embarrassing her.
I don't even know who he just said, man.
There you go. Basically, they're drill rappers. But I was only bringing that up because you spoke about the fact that you watched the documentary, and when you go back to check the murder rate and what man was saying them times and that, you're like, brother, I did not know.
Bro,
allegedly bun like 15 donnies. Like,
bro,
King Von.
Brother, you did, brother.
Brother, I didn't know this, bro.
I watched a couple documentaries on him when he was still alive, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know
and
this,
they were
bro.
talking like, bro, that homie was a demon. Don't you hear other rappers that will tell you, bro? They will tell you straight, like, bro, homie wouldn't say like certain things like, I'm gonna go or tell my man to come and deal with you. He's going to deal with you.
he was
like, man, like
he was on
man
Twitter
that know
saying,
him say, bro, he'll be on job himself.
Yeah, he was on Twitter saying
smoke himself. Like, I don't know if it's facts, but from what they're saying, bro, it's like he ain't making no calls. It's him coming.
He only started.
Get me?
Apparently, he only started making calls once he started to actually blow up, and he was so big that he couldn't literally do the drills himself. But he was still on it.
He said in one interview, like, they said, what would you be doing if you weren't rapping? My man, he said he'd be still doing drillings for Dirk. He'll be a shooter for Dirk. That's exactly what he said, fam.
Do you know why life is mad though? Life is ironic to the point where he drilled bare man in Chicago, yeah, but he didn't die in Chicago. He didn't die by someone from Chicago or anything to do with Chicago. He died by some youths from down south,
bro. Look, it's like
in a whole different state.
You have to understand
because he tried to like draw him out, basically.
Bro,
he went looking for him. You have to
understand, innit? Like, don't you realize how much people celebrated King Von's death, bro?
Yeah. Bear Man was happy still.
Man celebrated it. That you didn't even know if he had beef with them or not. You get me? But man was still on their lives laughing and saying this and saying that. Do you get what I'm saying, fam?
So you know the guy was a problem,
bro. Like I can only speak on that from experiencing road where you know what I mean.
Man said,
and I remember when certain men from Bricky, got unalived. You get me?
Yeah.
And I heard there was bare man there was bare man that couldn't step to him when he was alive. That was talking hella shit, bro.
Yeah.
Bare man. You get it? And I thought to myself, like, that's some coward thing.
Yeah, no, but that's
a number one.
That genuinely shows you how afraid they was of a man. That only when he dropped out, man was like putting up the Insta post and rare. But it did make me think, is that where we are now then? Like basically, if you catch bare bodies, then you're the guy. But if you don't do
been like that though.
I know, but
it depends what side of the wall you're walking on, fam. It depends what side of the fence you're gonna be on. You get me? If you're doing road and
the most bodies,
you ain't got nothing to your name,
top scorer wins.
Then what are you doing on road? You're just chatting shit. You're just doing it for clout, basically. Innit? If you ain't actually putting no work, putting no action yourself, what are you doing on road? You might as well get a job. You get me? You can do the same thing you're doing. You can do all that bragging road shit and have a job.
Do you know what it is?
If you're not putting in no work.
I have to explain this to you, Rick, yeah? Do you know how ridiculous it was, yeah? That his beefs were like from all 2012 and that, and he only dropped out, 2020?
Yeah,
2021 or 2020.
I think 2021.
Yeah, he only dropped out the last couple of years. But what it was is that he beat a murder case and he also beat two attempts.
I think he beat 2 murder cases.
Well, he beat, on record, what he said himself, he beat a murder and 2 attempts. But the point, what made it more mad is that he would literally be on Twitter saying, sometimes I just feel like I want to blind man.
The funniest one was, he said, just shot a guy, then ate cereal.
Brother. No, sorry, people. I had a brain fart. This was the real trolling, because obviously he was a killer, but this was the real level of trolling. How can you bun a gal that's a op and then go and do a documentary about her, and in the documentary you're like, yeah, man, like I knew her, man, like, we all grew up together, like
saying that, I liked her, man. I was trying.
Bro, you seen the messages between him and her?
Yes,
yeah, bro.
Talking
about come true.
He also
come see me, I miss you.
She was a driller herself. Like she actually,
but I heard she was a problem.
No, she was
one of the ops, but she was a problem.
Yeah, she was a driller.
She's the reason why O Block is called O Block, bro.
They used to do back and forth messages each other.
She made O Block, bro.
But sometimes he used to flirt with her.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying.
But then the trolling part was basically like, he had this thing to say, like, I will do drills and go eat cereal. Like, that's how normal it is for me.
Well, that just goes to show you how tapped these men were.
Do you think that man them in the
You got to,
hood...
bro. You might throw up on an empty stomach.
Yeah, I was gonna... This is fucking bad, bro. I said, make sure you get your nutrition in that.
You might throw up on an empty stomach, you know, cause look, you have to understand, you see adrenaline, it does things to you. Like you see that reel I put up the other day, where the youth got stopped. With that big thing. Bare people are messaging me talking about, look at the little boy, he looks scared. Do you lot not know road? I'm gonna look in the camera and say this. Do you lot not know road? Homie has one shoe on. What does that tell you? He was getting ducked down, fam. He could not talk. You know, the amount of adrenaline that's running through your body when you're running from police, you cannot even speak sometimes.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Homie was there. You could see he was out of breath. His clothes was up here and that one shoe. He's just been ducking from feds, bro. You can't duck with that big stick in your fucking.
Nah. You might as well shave your own self.
He had a machete, man. The machete.
You get me?
Bruv.
You can't run with that in your leg. Even though he had the case on it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But
man in my time never had no case, you know, cuz. Brother, I remember coming home with
2 Gs.
Yeah, wets on my leg, fam. I'm thinking, right, hold on, why have I got
bare scratch marks on that?
Why have I got wets on my leg?
Aye.
Yeah, but going places with samurai swords ain't good, fam. Man never had no case in that, just raw samurai sword.
But separately from samurai swords,
not even tracksuit bottoms.
Nah, that you know when you put it into perspective. Obviously, when you're in it, you don't really think about it.
You could see adrenaline.
Yeah, you don't really think
through
about
his
it.
body, bro. He couldn't, like, you know, when you just. And it's the same thing when you go and do something, bro. Adrenaline runs through your body, bro.
Because
you know what I'm saying? So you need to eat. You don't want to throw up.
Make sure you get your 2,000 calories.
Have a one bagel.
You're reminding me of when you had your accident and you was like, raw, like you say you tried to get up and you was,
the adrenaline.
That's what happens at first. You don't feel nothing.
But then reality kicks in. It's
you don't feel nothing, bro.
Well, this ain't happening, man. It's not happening.
Brother, you don't feel nothing. You don't feel jack shit.
That's what most
people
see.
I'm fighting you and got poked here and here. I never felt it until the next day kind of thing.
Until
obviously,
you saw it.
I felt I got poked, but you don't feel it like poke.
The adrenaline's still...
You're still on...
Yeah.
Brother, I'm smacking my man up. My brother's trying to take his knife and I'm smacking him in his face. He's done his work, bro.
You didn't clock to the next day,
brother, he poked me here and here.
That is brazy.
That's what I'm saying.
After I finished fighting him, I saw my mum down the road. I went and spoke to my mum quickly. You get me?
Sorry, the fact that you said it so calm.
And then I went back to the block and then I'm saying, right, this thing is paining. So I had to, you get me? I had to put things on it because obviously blood's coming out now, you get me? But you see the next day, broski, I couldn't even get out of bed properly, bro.
Now the adrenaline's worn off.
Stiff. Remember, it's your muscles and that. It's,
but that's like when they give you like
bro,
morphine and stuff.
I couldn't even get out of bed properly. Imagine I've been stabbed here, my whole leg is straight. My whole leg, you know.
That's the nerves, isn't it?
I'm moving funky, like.
Nerves.
You said I'm moving, you know, and I'm talking about, bro, I went and spoke to my mum, and my mum didn't know what happened. She didn't even know I had a fight.
Fuck me, man.
Because it was in man's estate, innit?
Listen, just another day. Are you gonna get them chicken
unruly,
sausages or what?
It was in man's estate.
That estate is too unruly, fam.
Hey, I gotta switch up the topic though, because that is gruesome. But
Let me switch up the
that is real
One
life.
second, let me
you wanna
ask you a
go?
question. Let me
Because
just
I had
ask
a
you a
sick one
question.
still. Alright, go on.
Do you know, I'm going to give man clues in it and say what I'm going to say.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know what vegetable?
Say that again?
Do you know what vegetable? Do you know what vegetable?
I thought you said vegetable.
Vegetable.
It's a vegetable, isn't it? Vegetable.
Yeah, he said vegetable.
Vegetable.
There's no D.
Yeah, that thing, you know what I'm talking about. They grow in it.
Go.
Aye, do you know what? Can you name what vegetable helped create the first colour photo?
What vegetable?
When colour photos were brought out, were being invented, it was a vegetable that made it. Beetroot helped made it.
That's a good guess. That was a good guess. That was a good
Man
guess.
said beetroot.
I thought I got it still.
He thought I got his ass.
That was a good one.
It's not even that well.
Fucking orange.
Considering
Sure.
Orange steady.
It's not carrots because carrots are originally white.
Did you try to Google it?
No. My boy messaging.
No.
I'm going broccoli.
No. Broccoli weren't even made.
Okay,
bro.
cool.
Broccoli weren't invented when the first colour.
Invented.
Broccoli weren't out when the first colour photo came out, bro. Do you know that? Do you know that, Rick? What? You see, when the first colour photo was invented, broccoli weren't even invented.
Was
yet.
that the 50s?
Or do you mean discovered?
No.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm asking.
Nah, I swear broccoli was made, innit? Like by.
I think broccoli
certain
is
things were made by
man-made, yeah.
accident, you know. Certain veg we got were made by
It's like
accident.
a hybrid thing.
Yeah, some of them things are made by
I think
accident.
it's a hybrid.
Bruv, don't you realise? You see, when I was growing up, I never heard of broccoli. Like when I was young, when you know your mum telling you to eat and that. I never heard of broccoli.
I eat broccoli.
I eat broccoli. I eat tender steams.
I love a broccoli. A tender steam broccoli.
I'm talking about in a Jamaican household. What Jamaican people you know eat broccoli?
Bro, mum cook broccoli all the time.
When she come here, but I'm saying growing up in Jamaica.
I ain't even seen broccoli in yards.
Okay, cool.
I do hear that.
I ain't seen broccoli in
He's got a point, guys.
yards.
He's got a point.
I ain't lying. I ain't seen broccoli in yard before.
I ain't seen broccoli in Nigeria. Have you seen broccoli in Nigeria?
Yeah, I was going to say broccoli is in part of the cabbage family still.
Depends on the climate of where it's been grown. So
Whether they would have it.
might be too hot for it.
Fair
What, broccoli?
Grown. It's like a British crop. No?
What, broccoli?
Anything built
England don't
in
grow
Britain,
nothing.
I don't trust it.
You see, this is the thing. You come to More to the Ends podcast, and they say that we only trash women, but we're here talking about the origin of broccoli.
Trash women. What, we trash women, yeah?
Yeah, allegedly we trash women.
Who said that?
Hey!
Who said that?
Oh, no, you don't want to trash.
Look at
Do you know what it is? Like,
But
when you-
I got excited.
you need more women. We need more women
sent
on the
shots
pod,
and
though,
that,
man.
fam.
We need more
balance.
women
We
on
need
the
a balance.
We need
Need
more
the
women on
balance.
the
Who
pod.
said
We need a
shots?
balance.
Needs the balance.
Hey, she sent shots for everyone, cuz. It weren't just me, fam.
Even you girls gonna say your whole name.
Your whole government.
Why, bruv? Why?
Alright, hold on.
Are we not allowed to speak about the opposite sex? Are we not allowed?
No, we can, but it's misogyny.
No, I didn't say that.
I never said you did.
You pointed to me.
When did I point to you? What?
Cam gaslighting
What
Georgia.
the hell? You know that? Someone's triggered. Who hurt you? Why did they say that? Why did they say who hurt you when you're discussing something?
Now you know
I
what?
can't objectively look
I
at something
see
and say
hella. I
something's
see
dumb.
hella podcasts, innit? Men podcasts, female podcasts, and I feel like
Vice versa.
females do it a lot, bro. Females talk about men on their podcast a lot. So then we can too, innit? Like,
ours was misogyny.
do you know the maddest thing is, yeah? You see, when I'm putting a certain type of female down, I'm not talking about the females with morals.
No, I know.
You get it? I'm not talking.
Well, the
don't
ones
get
with
it
morals
twisted.
know
I'm
that.
not talking about. I don't want girls to like. But that's a girl thing, innit? They go into it. I'm not talking about every female, but I know you will think
Assume
that.
that, yeah.
You get it? I'm not.
if the shoe
And you
fits,
know
then
I'm
they
not.
wear it, innit?
You
The
get
shoe
it?
fits.
There you go.
All right,
We'll use
yeah, I've got my thing. Don't worry, I'm gonna cook. But before we get there, Jeorgia Kóredé, what is the word for? Okay, so you got misogyny. What's the opposite?
I've heard it. Boom. I heard it.
Wait. All right, George, I'm not gonna ask you, Kóredé. What's the word?
Well done.
Right. And
I
what?
learned this
Wait. But what is
Just learning it
misandry?
now, fam.
The hatred of men.
Okay, cool. You just gotta.
What, Kóredé?
Just gotta let
Come
people
on now.
know.
She been sitting in studio, bro. She must have heard that word. She must have heard that word from somebody that comes in here. Now, I heard it. I put my hands up. I heard that word the other day. I learned that word the other day.
I don't
to.
need to say it because I know and I can recognize it.
Go said.
I heard it for the first time the other day.
Go said. Oh, we know it because we've heard the word. You don't speak.
No, I
Heard
said,
it from you lot.
I said, Kóredé. She's probably learnt the word because of she's in studio. She must have heard someone come in here and say,
has
it. Do you know what I mean?
100% listened-
A female pod or a male.
She's
pod.
been
I learned it
here
on Fresh
and
Fit.
well, there you go.
That's where I learned it, and I said, "Wow, I learned something."
I think I learned it from the same place.
Yeah.
I learned
No,
from
so you
More to the
thought
Ends
it's just
podcast,
men
man.
that they hate.
Yeah, because it can only be
I
toxic
didn't
and
know. I
masculine.
didn't think too deeply into it, to be honest.
Well, for you to have a right arm, you must have a left.
Yeah, but
If you have an up,
do you know
you must
what?
be a down.
The way my brain thinks, I only learned a few years ago that bananas grow on trees. So if I just don't think about
Is that like a joke? Wait, hold on. So where did you where did you think you
I'm gonna send you a meme for
My
that.
thing, by the way, I still got my thing.
So you never see a
I'm gonna
banana
send you a
tree?
meme for that because that is wild, bro.
So when you if you where did you think?
But even on
In the ground. Well, if it's not in the tree, it must be in the ground.
No, but that's my point.
You know why they're
When
freaking
I
you
don't
out?
think about it,
Because you see the bananas that we see nowadays, they're thingied as well.
like not real.
They're
processed.
yeah, they're modified thingies. Because bananas were like that big
Yeah.
originally.
Now
You
then.
get me?
Pause.
But yeah, what my point was if I don't think
got you there
about
Fuck
it,
yeah.
Got you there
I
still.
know misogyny,
Yeah.
but I never thought, I wonder what the opposite.
Now, why do you think that though? Why do you think that?
I just
Like,
don't
you just think
it's
that
relevant
all
to me.
women
That's
love
what I
men.
was gonna say.
No, I just don't think it's relevant to me.
But I think. Do you know? I think.
And
Yeah.
I think because I personally don't hate all men.
Well, obviously not you, but there must be if there's obviously men
said
hating
it like
women.
it's a
Then
good
surely
few
there has
I
to
do,
be
though.
the
I know, but I just never.
I don't hate all of you.
But I think
Just most of
I think
you.
you know what I think what it is.
guy's
It's like
an idiot,
men get pushed to the side. Like no one cares. So it's like just go over there, innit? Like you guys can go work and break your back and bring the money in. And
You know what I think it
That's
is?
what you don't want,
You know what I think it is? You know why I think
You
that
don't
word's
want
not
that
common?
traditional
Misandry. You know why I think it's not common? Because men don't give a shit.
we just crack on.
That's what it is. And women are more, obviously, women are more, a little bit more emotional than men. I don't know about nowadays. People are just tugs.
Like which
Women
obviously.
should be
Some
able
women,
to
some
vote.
women are just tugs now. You
I'm
get
the
me?
record. I'm not saying that women shouldn't vote.
Women
I'm just
vote.
saying,
Yeah,
obviously,
something
because you
else.
lot been fighting for all these rights and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you think, men been given all these.
Yeah, you lot have had to have found them words, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Through your struggle.
It's not a man's world.
You get me?
It's a human being's world. It's a human being's world.
All right.
Yeah, we just made everything, that's all.
Guys,
Men just made everything, that's all.
guys,
The chair you're sitting on. Men just made everything and built everything, that's all. It's not our world, though. It's
But
not.
what we're doing-
But we did
but
build.
growing a child in our belly.
Yeah, we
and
can,
know.
and we rate you lot
to
for
be
that.
able
But
to-
you lot just don't want to do that no more.
give you another spot.
Well,
You lot just don't want to do that no more. You see it? That's why the roles are changing.
but bro,
So
they're
men are
focusing on their
becoming
career.
bitchy. Men are becoming bitchy. Yeah, because women want to be men.
So it's our fault that you don't want to be bitchy.
Well, it's your fault. You want to be
I
men.
don't
Yeah,
think
it
so.
is.
I don't think so.
Well,
Guys, I do have a podcast to run. May I interject?
Think
Is that
about it like
alright?
this. If females want to be bitchy, I mean, if females want to be men,
Yeah.
then men are gonna get bitchy
So that's our
about it.
fault that men are bitches now.
Because you don't want to be men, we're gonna get bitchy about it.
So wait, so
Because we want you lot to remain
so
women.
you are my followers.
We
so now because
need you lot to remain
Objection.
women. We need you lot to remain women. We need
So
that.
you don't need to
Overall,
focus on the men that are bitches. That's what you don't need to
why
focus
should we do that?
Because why are we...
I'm not dating them, so why would I
should
do
we
that?
do that?
It's you lot's thing.
No, it's not our thing. It's not our thing.
Guys, one at a time, guys. One at a
Hey,
time.
did you see that
I
man?
just
What's his
don't-
name? Stevenson, Stapleson, or something like that. He done a thingy the other day, and he said, "You know what? You lot started this.
Oh no, 100%. Remember I said this at the
You see
yard the
this
other day.
whole discussion.
I said
thing?
this the other
You
day.
see the whole reason why we're having this
said this the other
discussion.
day.
Gonna get involved.
You females started
But
it.
you know why?
Not you lot.
Hold on. Let her cook. Let her cook. Let her
The
cook.
reason why is because...
Okay, Donald
Yes.
Trump.
Donald Trump. That's a
The
Donald Trump.
reason
Donald Trump.
why you lot have never had to fight for things because everything's been given to you.
Given.
Yes. Women on the other
Let her
side.
cook. Let her cook. Let her cook. Let her cook.
Like what Ricky said.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
We
Let her
weren't
cook. Let her
allowed to
cook.
vote. We don't get the same amount as you. There's a lot of things that we've had to fight for. So whatever you men being bitches, that's a man problem. Innit? That's a you lot problem. It's not because of us.
It's not
we've
my
had
problem.
to fight because we have to fight.
Let me
That's it.
explain something. It's not my problem.
Yeah.
But females make it our problem when it's not my problem.
'Cause
That
we're not
men are
dating
bitches. It's not my problem
But
that
the
men
same
move
way
like
that
that,
you said-
and it's not my problem that females want to move like men. But look, let me explain something. If we built this shit, yeah, I'm sure we can pay ourselves for building this shit,
No,
right?
but you didn't build nothing.
Who? Me?
No,
Me
not
personally.
you for build anything.
You see, now it's come to just
Your
us.
ancestors.
Whoa,
Why is it coming
whoa,
No, but that's the
How did we get there, fam?
That's how the discussion changes.
Hold on.
Can you see how the discussion changes?
Order in the
Order in the court.
Order in the court.
Why is it this discussion turned to us?
Order in the court. Let George go.
We're talking about male species
Hold on.
and female species.
I'm definitely gonna have to cut this out.
Let me finish.
Let George go.
This is why George was on the debate club,
Exactly.
fam.
Let George go.
Go.
Let me finish.
And then go. And then I'm gonna
The
go.
reason why I talk about that is because you're saying we, okay? That's the first point. We meaning you four.
You're not getting touchy.
The second point.
Don't say nothing, guys.
We.
Let's
Go.
Wait, let me finish.
Just keep going.
Let me learn.
Just the two of them.
No.
Let her cook.
Let me finish. The second.
Or me and my dad, who knows?
The second point.
I don't even know.
The second point is that your ancestors built this world or whatever. So yeah, when they were building, they could get higher pay for whatever.
Whoa.
When they were building.
Guys, let her finish. Let her finish. No, let her finish. Just let her finish.
When they were building
Let her
the
say what she gotta
foundation
say.
to build, totally understandable. But everything's
We
built
weren't.
now.
It's not our era.
But people still
No,
get
exactly. So why should you get
wait.
the same amount of money now when you're not building
people still
shit?
get
Can I say
No,
something?
but this is it. That's their. That's their.
Say what?
I thought this was
now.
the
Yeah,
MCC
but that's not what
podcast,
was
but it's not.
discussed.
Have you seen them pretty buildings in Dubai? You think they just came? You think they were there 20 years ago?
Yeah, but the people that
Them
do
pretty
it
buildings in
should.
Dubai.
There's
But
no order.
if me and you have the same job,
But
why
we
should
ain't.
you?
But we
Yeah,
ain't.
shush. Why should
But
you?
we ain't. Well, we ain't,
No,
George.
If me and you, no, but I'm saying this is what I'm saying. Dubai, yeah, they done. But
I'm just
if
talking about
me-
buildings in
All right,
Dubai,
but if me and any other man in this room had the same job, why should we be paid differently?
Right? Can I?
I don't
say
know.
something?
Wait. No.
Can I say
I'm
something
gonna
on
go.
that?
Nah, bro. I'm gonna go.
Did
Nah,
I say I
bro.
must go after Georgia? Like,
Yeah,
what
you
for that?
did. You did. That's fair. You did say that. Yeah, go.
Look, my thing is this, innit? You say our ancestors built shit. Cool. During slavery, our ancestors didn't really have a say. You get it?
Yeah.
But things are getting a bit better now. Slightly.
It's just
You
a
get
bit
me?
more
Slightly. You get what I'm saying? But still, if we had the same job, I would expect us to get the same pay.
Yeah.
But
it's not how it is.
we ain't got the same jobs. And I'm talking about not me and you, I'm talking about men and women. We ain't got the same jobs, and those are the facts.
That's facts.
We are still majority of the builders, welders,
Facts.
fucking whatever else is,
The childcare
roaders,
system is usually
fucking
women.
bricklayers,
Nurses is
blah
usually
blah
women.
blah. Do you know what?
Which is not a bad thing, by the way.
I watched something the other day, yeah, and a man said to me, if we were parents, yeah, and it came to a point to where I was disciplining the child, and you disagreed with me, would you believe in your heart of hearts that you are right? For disagreeing with me, for you, I was disciplining our child, and you disagreed with me, yeah? For disciplining our child because he had done something wrong, and I'm the father disciplining him, and you made me know
I
that
disagree.
you're disagreeing with what I'm. Would you think you're right?
You know, I would think I'm
All right, but do you know that the difference between men and women is because it's in your natural nature to nurture.
Yes, I know.
And it's our natural nature to do what?
To hunt and provide.
There you go. So if I'm disciplining our child and you as a nurturer is going to tell me I'm wrong, do you believe you're right?
But let me cut in on that point. A part of nurture.
After George, I'm gonna speak because you lot have been going for fucking years. Go on, babe.
A part of nurture. What?
So the man getting Mike jealous.
No. I can't just mute everyone in this blood clot.
What men did, was they went, got food, provided, supplied. What women did was nurture and bring up the children. That also includes discipline. Now, some men might discipline. However, when I say I disagree, when we are nurturing the child, that also includes discipline. So if I say to you that I disagree, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong because I disagree. I might disagree because you might have a hard day out, getting the goat, getting the horse or whatever is out there, providing for the family, and you might discipline the child wrongly because your sole purpose or your role isn't actually to help raise the child. So in actual fact, if you're saying to me
I'm just disciplining him.
no, but
You're
but
going to do the raising.
you're not fully equipped based on traditional roles, because you're just there getting the food, getting whatever, making the fire, making sure the house is the shelter is built for us, but it's me that actually knows the child better than you.
All right.
So what makes you more equipped to discipline that child? I'm the one that knows the child.
All right,
more.
let me explain this.
No, we're talking about.
All right, stop now. You said what you said. Okay, cool. You said what you said. Do you know what the stats are within single mother homes and single father homes with children going to jail? Do you know what the stats are?
Are they raising boys?
It don't even matter.
It does matter. It does matter.
All right, watch this. Single mothers tend to raise more children that go to jail, whereas single fathers tend to raise more children that don't go to jail.
But I would say statistically, I don't know the statistics, but off my logic, there's going to be a lot more single mothers than a lot more single fathers. So, based on that logic,
but you can't measure.
Gonna be more.
But obviously, you couldn't measure things like that. So you have to put it at an equal playing ground. That's the only way you could be able to measure it. Like, if you put it at equal playing ground, 10 men, single men, 10 single women, more than women's children will go to jail than more of these men's women.
Facts.
These men's children.
That is facts. Right
So
now,
tell me again that I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
You see,
Right.
Can you see where we're going wrong in the world?
Right. Now, with that being said, as per usual,
Go on, Cam. I'm gonna be
I can't
quiet
lie.
for 10 minutes.
I can't lie. I do love the verbal tennis between Jeorgia and Ghost. It is fucking entertaining, and that is half the reason why I never stop it. I know you had something to say. I do have another topic to get onto.
Two people are strong-willed, you know. You get
both with the both
no one
J's.
back down.
Yeah, both J's doing their thing in it. So you have to let them cook.
Still.
But
Should have been a lawyer.
I will say this, yeah. First of all, hey, you can still be the hood, hey, first of all, the gender pay gap is not real. Yes, I said what I said. Yes, exactly.
No, but
I know.
Do you know what? Where is the gender pay gap
Let me do something.
exposed?
Watch this.
In what
Watch
workplace?
this. So if I get a job and Georgia gets a job working in Sainsbury's, the same job,
Brother.
are we going to get paid differently?
No.
All right, cool. If Georgia ends up being the manager at HR, whatever, and I be the manager at HR, are we going to get paid differently?
I think so.
No.
We're not gonna get paid differently. Do you know when we get paid differently?
They're talking about CEOs and all that.
That's
shit.
exactly what I was going
Way
to
up
say.
the spectrum,
When you
cuz.
become some chief
Way up there.
executive, rare, like basically the number 3s and the number 2s and the number 1s of companies, then you might be saying, that there's really a pay gap. But if most of us, people who are watching this podcast or listen to this podcast, most of us are working regular or just above regular jobs. Even if you're a nurse, even if you're a doctor, if you're a certain profession, male or female, you're going to get the same pay.
Yeah.
What happens is...
Most of the time, ain't it built on bonuses and that?
Right. What happens is this higher skilled jobs, like you said, working in on a plant, working with oil, flipping, engineering the tunnels and that, building a bridge and that, they're obviously going to be male dominated jobs. So on average, men are going to make more money. And the jobs that, even with all the liberation and the freedom that ladies have, they still choose to do, i.e. nursing, i.e. childcare. These are jobs that a lot of ladies do, i.e. teaching. These are jobs that a lot of ladies do.
Human resources.
HR. And unfortunately, those jobs on average are not going to pay more than a dude that's building a Ross Clark bridge. So that's where this idea of the gender pay gap comes through. It's not really real, but at the same time, if you believe that, then cool, innit? But it's not really real. It's definitely not.
Do you know? I think it's also perspective. For example, do you know? Obviously, the women they won the Euros the other day, right? And a lot of female teams they've been protesting for obviously equal pay to match the men, innit? But in reality, it's not practical. And a lot of women say, but the women won the Euros and they should get
By the way,
exactly the
England
same.
women are way better than England men. I hope, just so anyone knows, watching England women is
and if you buy into it without knowing the facts, for example, if you go to a club level, yeah, say the best women's team is Chelsea, for example, they play their home ground, I think, at AFC Wimbledon's ground.
Kingstonians.
And and I think their capacity is something like
4,000.
4,000. Yeah, and let's say they get 2,000 fans attendance. There's no way you getting 2,000 fans compared to the men that's getting like 60 to 80,000. You're gonna have the same
regular attendance.
Therefore, you're
And on top
gonna
of
be in the black.
on top of that, the TV broadcasting rights as well. All of that
So therefore,
comes
you
into
can
play.
only get paid based off the revenue that you're bringing in.
Right.
If
Also,
does that make sense?
I've got two
I
things.
get what you're saying.
I've got two things to say. One, a lot of lady footballers and even the NBA, WNBA, they wouldn't even be able to have their system if the men's system didn't exist.
And again, it's not throwing shades on the woman
got
game.
nothing to
Do you know
do
what I mean?
with that.
It's just the fact that you guys
No,
got
I'll
off.
show you. Watch this.
Georgia,
Watch this.
what do you mean? Why shouldn't it mean anything?
Watch this. On this. Wait. Watch this. Watch this.
I get what-
Wait. Watch this part. Watch
I
this
get
part.
Ricky's point about obviously women bringing less, so they should get paid less. I get that.
No, less fans.
No,
Less
You get
fans.
paid in
Men
reference
bring,
to it.
You know, tourism. They bring a lot more money because
Not just that, but obviously the men's game's been around for so long, so much more from the women. So it's a lot more developed, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? The broadcasting and everything, what it generates compared to the women. You can't just come in, like the men's game been around for over 100 years, for example. Do you know, it's only recently
And
within
women
the last,
footballers still
say,
want the same pay.
5-10 years that women game has been
that's selfish.
on the rise. Do you know what I mean?
you know
So
what?
imagine you're coming in now and saying,
Gravelicious.
I want 100 grand, I want 250 grand, the same as Harry Kane.
I'm not even
But
saying
then,
what I'm doing
then
for
your
the pay,
average
right?
gate attendance is nowhere near what the men are bringing in. Do you know what I
That's
mean?
like you being in a job for 20 years working in a factory.
And it's not. We're not saying that the women's game
Nah, bro.
is less than
ain't
the men.
getting
Do you know what I mean? All I'm saying is that like you're not at that level to be demanding what the men are getting, because what your attendance level is nowhere near compared to the men. Do you know what I mean? But in due time, obviously with marketing and all these things, obviously the women's game is.
women doing the things that the men couldn't do because the men.
I'm not saying.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
but
What you say the men didn't know?
It's just a tournament.
Put it this way.
Or
Yeah?
season long.
Just so you know, I've got one bar that's going to finish this entire argument.
If me and you are competing
Yeah.
in like a weight, if whatever it is, like you're not gonna lift as much as me. If you even if you take the top woman sprinter against the top male sprinter, like
It have to be the top. That's the maddest.
I guarantee you, the top female sprinter, her time is probably not even better than the worst male sprinter of the 100 meters. If that makes sense, what I'm saying.
That's why they just banned the transgender thing, innit?
It's not saying that because Shelley, what's her name, Fraser is the fastest woman. It doesn't
Shelley
mean
and
that
Fraser,
raw
my
like
babes.
she's automatically. I'm not saying
my
that
wife
she's
right there.
less of a woman or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying like for your sector, you're the best in your group. I'm the best in mine,
And that's how it
and
can be.
that's how it is.
But
Sorry, can I just say this, yeah? Can you, or you, both ladies in the room, name 3 women footballers?
I can't name 3 men.
Yes, you can. Yes, you damn can. And that, my friend, is how you finish an argument within 10
No,
seconds.
that's not. But
Oh,
everyone's
all right.
okay that.
Okay.
You said that was your point.
No, I was going to say, because Kóredé didn't get a chance to answer. I don't know if maybe you can answer if you can name any female footballers.
You're part of the pod this time.
And again, that also goes with their merchandise, adds to their salary and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's all adds up.
Selling of t-shirts, etc.
It's different.
Valid.
Yeah.
Biologically, it's a biological job. Like, it's to do with your physical, like the way that you're made up. Men are obviously going to be
More
biologically
physically
more
stronger,
advanced
yeah.
or physically stronger.
Yeah.
That's just how.
All right, so stay.
Yeah, but the reason why
Take that out of the equation. Say, for example, someone that's say someone that's in the military. Then majority of men are on the front.
Job, though.
It's on the front line.
Yeah, but that's a fit. That's what.
But it's a
that's
more
what-
high risk.
Okay, so then we go to what? Name me a job that's not physical. Then where are we gonna go to?
Or something like that. Anything that's not physical, an admin job.
Yeah, but then you're shriveling everything down because then you go to like builders.
Of course,
and all
they
this.
like to write about life.
But this what I'm saying. Then. But, so
Why do you think they were better than that when they was doing tests in
the
school?
women's market. If you're saying if you're an advocate for women's pay, equal up in all the fields. But then you're saying well we can't. If it's physical, then then men should get more because we're physical. How do you break it down then?
Let George cook.
It's a fact that you lot do get more better paid jobs in them types of jobs because you lot dominate that industry anyway. What we're talking about is jobs that aren't as physical. Women aren't getting the same.
What jobs?
Teachers, or admin jobs. It's not.
So are you saying that a male teacher and a female teacher working in any school in England
can get more, yeah.
No. Are you saying that they don't get paid the same rate?
No, they don't.
That is a lie.
I think
that's a whole lie.
it's not a lie.
Of course they get paid the same, bro.
So a security job, for example.
You're saying that the man and the woman get paid differently?
The female's getting less than what I'm getting, for example.
The woman in paid employment effectively works for free for 2 months of the year, compared to the average man.
But these are to see what you need to find out. Hold on. What sector is it taking from? What sector is it taking from?
That's women doing the other jobs that I'm complaining about.
Listen, hold on.
Comes?
Listen,
them women ain't complaining about
the
it.
payment gap, which was just.
You don't hear teachers complaining about
it's
pay.
It's not a real thing.
I'm talking about their pay going up.
Watch this.
So did we make it up?
Watch this. You don't get pregnant.
A couple pennies short.
Watch it. You don't get pregnant, right? Yeah. So you get maternity leave, right?
Yeah.
If you get pregnant, how much maternity leave do you get?
6 months.
Right. How much maternity leave would we get if you was pregnant? Right.
2 weeks.
So as you said, let me finish. So as you said, we get paid more, but we work the harder jobs. We work the longer hours and we do the more higher skilled things in these jobs, i.e., as I said, the engineering work and whatever. So wouldn't we be in line to get paid with what we're doing?
But then when we stop having kids, you look at women like, wow, you don't want to have a kid. We can't win. Yes.
Where did that come from? George, that came from over there.
What did you say when you stop having kids? What does that mean?
Like, don't make me decide I'm done.
Huh?
Say that again. If you decide against having children in general, or you've had kids.
Cameron, we've had
Wait, what are you saying?
Where a woman has chosen not to have kids, and you've looked at this. You're trying rubbish now.
So what are you actually saying? What are you actually saying? What are you actually saying? No, wait. I want to see what she was saying.
You're saying that our biological thing, we are the ones that carry the kids. So what? We must be chastised because we want to have children, but then in the same
said that once.
In the same light,
I didn't say that.
When a woman chooses not to have a child, men look at their.
All right, so why can't men?
That's her prerogative.
Why can't men get the same?
Wait.
Why can't men? If you get 6 months to a year, why can't guys get the same then?
Women don't want to have kids or not.
Why is it we only get 2 weeks? Like 2 weeks. Like, alright, for example,
because of the physical things that we
get it, brother.
But obviously, you go through the physical and the mental, but we're going through the mental, and we're also there for you. Do you know what I mean? We're also there for you. We're trying to help you to obviously get to better health. Well,
so funny. I feel like sometimes men forget that patriarchy and the way that things are set up.
It's like it doesn't exist.
Men chose for that to be the case.
Wait. Chose for what to be the case?
Patriarchy.
Like what? What do you mean?
Basically, like male dominance. It's a concept that's not it's not created by women.
But do you know what?
Hold on.
Because you're probably going to say what I was going to say anyway.
Stop. What did you say before, Jeorgia? Back in the day, what did men do and what did women do? Back in the day, Stone Age.
Men would get the food, cook it, get the food.
We would go and do the hunting, right?
Yeah.
And where would the female be?
Be at home looking after all the kids that he breeded.
So, do you think it was built because of?
Takes two to tango. Though.
No,
I think society in general built itself like that. I don't think men decided we must be the ones to go and fucking.
Really?
Hold on, stop. Do you think if men could stay at home and get fed?
Now you're getting your feelings.
Hold on, stop. Do you think if men could stay at home and get fed? Yeah, we wouldn't.
Really?
What?
Really?
What?
That's why men are physically. It's in you.
But
that's why men are
missing the point. She's missing the point.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. I believe evolution has brought us this way. Not just men's made the choice.
Okay.
Why ain't women doing the hunting? Why wasn't women?
Fantastic question.
Why? Because are you lot silly?
No, because we realise if you don't go out there, you might get licked down by the next tribe. The lion might kill you because you're not as physically strong as man. You might not as be able to cut from it if you get left from your group or something else. We gonna come home safe with the meat.
Pause.
Literally.
Alright, can I just say this?
No, she disagree.
Can I just say this?
She disagree.
One sec. Sorry. Let me just.
I don't know, innit? I don't know But I don't feel like men has deliberately made the decision to be the workers where women are the stay-at-homers. I don't believe that has been a thing of a decision. I believe I believe biology has brought us that way because we're physically stronger. So who else is
not even just that?
Remember, it weren't like going Tesco. It weren't like going to draw out your money. It was running down antelope.
Can I say something?
Go on.
You see what you say about biology and stuff. For example, back in the days, women used to have more than 3 kids, for example. Do you know what I mean? There was no contraceptives, so women were... So imagine if women were the workers and every year or 2 they're getting pregnant. And obviously, like you said, your body's got to heal and stuff. What would get done? If we're really thinking about logics in that concept.
Think about it like
so
this. So
therefore, you must think, like, this is not right. Every year you're getting pregnant and then you have the child and then you're off for a year.
Hold on.
So imagine you're trying to build a society.
Different. If I could stay at home... still be rich, still have everything.
Well, that's why man them are streaming.
The gal go out and do all the hunting and cooking and making of the money and coming home. What?
But this is my thing, yeah.
Don't you see how much men talk about? I will be a stay-at-home dad, if my girl made this amount of money.
Right, cool.
And so men will be happy to do that.
Think about it like this: we're in an age where women have the most rights they've ever had in their life. Correct or incorrect?
I don't even know.
They've got the most freedom.
I guess they do as life goes along because they got more rights than us.
Right, cool.
So,
but with that being said, yeah, with all the freedom that they have, why is it that they still choose to do the jobs that biologically are more suited to them?
Forget about that.
No.
Women are supposed to be the smartest sex. How they ain't figured this shit out?
No, but hear what I'm saying though.
They've been the smartest sex from we was in school, bro.
If you went to what do you call it? A nursery, yeah, and the nursery is run by a bare man. How would you look at that nursery? Off the top of your head.
Why you ain't going there?
All right then.
My child is not going there.
So would it be fair to say? Would it be fair to say that most nurseries are more than likely going to be run by women?
Of course, it's
right.
facts.
Would you also say that is also more biologically tailored to what women's strengths are? Would you say that? I'm asking you a question because I'm not deciding.
From what I know,
it's not being sexist.
Yeah,
right. So that's why I keep reiterating the point that it's interesting that even though in the society where we've got the most rights for women, they still choose to do the jobs that are more for them. They're more nurses.
These things have been said, but you know what?
More teachers.
I love these debates, bro. I love these little things. I love them, bro, because we're going to have to go through this, bro. Bruv. And that's the only reason why I like it. We have to go through it. We have to find common ground.
No, but
sometimes.
What annoys me, what annoys me is, as you said before, and I'm not going to skip over it, these issues, these gender wars, these perspectives, it's not from us. It's girls that put down other girls for wanting to be a stay-at-home mum and saying, "Ro, why don't you want a career in that?" I personally might look at a girl twice if she says she's not really wanting to have kids, but that's her prerogative. That's up to her. That's got nothing to do with me. So
go breed, man.
Bruv, I'm just being real, innit?
Nah, you know what?
We're humans.
Who else is gonna do it, bro?
But it is what it is.
Who else is gonna populate Earth?
Watch this, yeah? Because it's funny, because as I said, we're freestyling today. If tomorrow, you know how they said this, yeah? 23rd of April, they're gonna sound the alarm on all of our phones, all of our tech, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
If on that day they sound the alarm, but they're like, nah, this ain't a fake alarm, this is a real alarm, it's World War III. What's gonna happen? All of us who are above 18 and are male are 100% getting drafted. 100%. If you're a lady, there's a half chance that you might not get drafted.
Staying at home.
Especially if you've got kids and especially if you're pregnant. And especially if you're just not physically capable to pass a test.
Do you know, be doing factory work, bro.
Do you know, it's enough, and I think these gender wars, it's so ridiculous because
it's dumb, man.
In a sense, it's like, for example, women are saying, yeah, and again, we're not throwing shades up. It's just
love girls,
common sense. Women are saying that they want equal
opportunity. I can't not love girls, bro.
Now, imagine you're on a ship and the ship is sinking. Who goes first?
Brother. This is why sometimes...
Not me, that's all I'm saying.
Bro,
I don't know where.
You're last.
It's women and children.
Yeah, I know, women and children.
Especially because you're last.
I'm hiding somewhere. I'm just gonna jump in the thing, innit? Like, you can't stop me.
Nah,
we're gonna tell you when I'm down in the boat.
Listen,
I mustn't go. I must get out and go back up. Is that what you're gonna tell me? I will fly over that. Where's it landing? There, yeah. Alright, cool. I'm gone.
Let's switch it up a
Whatever
little
boat my child is going in, I'm going in.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. You think I'm just leaving my youth?
Yeah, why not?
It's big water. Nah, bro.
Look,
nah, bro.
Before we go, I have to touch on this because I thought this was hilarious. I don't even know if it's true, and Eman, I want your opinion on this because you haven't spoken for like half an hour.
I know, he's been muttering bare sideways to man.
Nah, bro, because I'm letting you lot do your talking.
So,
I ain't got much to say on this.
There was a time when you and Georgia was going at it, it was like...
yeah, and now it's... Let's stick to the pod, innit?
And I think that's why men
Can't say what we want to say.
This is the reason, because a lot of the time female carry feelings.
Okay.
And when you carry feelings, it's not good for business and going forward. But
So, footballer Hakimi's wife filed for divorce.
I heard about this, oh my God.
But find out he has nothing because everything he owns is in his mum's name. So she divorced him and she didn't get shit. Allegedly.
Bro, when
Can we just give him a round of applause? Very well, man.
it's finesse.
Hold on.
City boys up by 2,000 points,
even
man.
with a prenup, does the woman still get money on that? Like, even with a prenup, ain't the prenup an agreement of how much you're gonna get when we?
Well, I was gonna say I would imagine it's. I don't know. I'm not married and stuff. I haven't read it up. But doesn't it work on what you've agreed before you sign that? So I guess if you've agreed, right, whatever happens, I'll definitely bust you a meal. Then I guess that's what
So
you
whatever
get.
you come in with is what you leave. But you come with nothing, then
Yeah.
Well, nah, you know what? I don't know. I don't like in certain states in America. That's why we're kind of lucky we live in England. But I don't even know the law over here when it comes to divorce. In certain states, in America, regardless, they get half.
Yeah.
That's long, brother. Who made up that rule?
But that is why we all majority
That
of us.
don't make no sense.
But that's why we clap to Hakimi because we know that as a man,
Does the man get
he can
half
be
of what the
finessed.
woman's got if she's richer?
Not necessarily. More than likely, no.
Like, do you know what I don't
Go on.
like? You know what I don't like, yeah? You see when you've got a happy home and
I had one of those.
you and your missus, you still got one, man. Shut up, man. And you and your missus, no, I'm talking about, listen, big serious. I'm talking about you and your missus decide to, for whatever reason, you separate. But you've got kids, innit? Or you've got a child, yeah? Do you know what I don't like? That people don't understand that. You see the person that's now left that happy home. They have to go and start. They have to go and start again somewhere else and rebuild. And at the same time, in that same process, while you're rebuilding a whole new thing for you, you still have to tend to this happy home.
Oh yeah.
And
you've got to build two homes.
I don't like that people don't understand that there's sometimes that other person ain't gonna have that time.
Ghost is forgetting what we just said, that no one gives a shit about our problem.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the person that's been thrown out, or you've splitting up and it wasn't your home legally. Now you've got to find your home legally. You've got to be going out.
Do you want to hear it?
You've got to be buying things for your house. You've got to be spending this amount of money. You've got a whole new rent to pay.
So
you know what I mean?
Go on.
Hakimi's not the only footballer that's done that as well. Asamoah done that when his wife tried to
finesse him.
He put every.
No. She was dipping out because because it got a bit mad. Yeah. No, she said
but this is what I'm saying.
He hasn't been charged though.
But this is what I'm saying though.
Yeah,
at the end of the
woman
day,
says she doesn't want to press
you get
charges.
married. You took
but it's deep though. It's deep. To some women, they don't look at that as like, right, brother, you're involved in a rape thing. How?
Can I say
some
this?
Some women look at it like that, you know. You don't even have to be guilty yet.
Exactly.
You've been found that drama to our door. For divorce. That's how some women look at it.
But did you know this though? Yeah, because we're talking about divorce and leaving and
wow, you cheated on man.
Yeah, building another home and that. Yeah. Did you know that the rate of divorce rose as female contraceptives were introduced to the world? Did you know that? So
I think I heard.
So as women were able to decide when they don't want to have kids and stuff like that, that's the same time that the rate of divorce went up. Do you know why that is? It's because females were able to decide, do you know what? I'm not really on this anymore. I'm just going to take a pill, dip out.
It's crazy still.
Do I feel like it's women? Well, before I answer that, what did you just say before I even brought that up? You said when you get married, it's supposed to be for
Sickness.
better or for worse, for sickness and health.
Till death.
Right.
We part.
2 episodes ago, I literally said, if a man and a woman's in a relationship and the woman loses her job, man doesn't blink twice, doesn't even think about leaving her. Mm-hmm. If the man loses his job, and let's just say he was earning like decent money and stuff, and he's probably in a bad rut for at least 6 months a year.
Woman, like I said, go on, go bury your dead now.
There you go. She's more than likely going to... Would you say I'm lying, Kóredé? Would you say a woman is going to think, I don't feel secure, I don't feel safe, I might have to jet and sort out my position? No?
Nah, she will do it.
I feel like, okay.
I feel like a good woman will do it for a little while, but not a long time.
I don't know. I feel like the way that relationships are set up...
We should start smiling straight away.
What you say, man? We got our role now, yeah?
And a woman's role, yes, obviously there's the like being a mum and the maternal side of things, but it's also like, I don't know, what can I use as an example that kind of weighs up? Maybe like in the physical sense, like not like traditionally, not to just be arm candy, but to at least like still physically entice her husband, right? As well as the maternal roles that she has. So I feel like if you're not doing the security thing, and the same way, like for example, with women with contraception, and like now she doesn't want to have sex or whatever it is, and she's not providing that, like holding up her end of the bargain, then like everyone's free to walk away if they want to.
But
I get like marriage is supposed to be like do.
But this is what I was gonna say. Don't you think it's interesting that with everything like where we are in society today in 2023, don't you think it's interesting that even to this day, me as a man, and as I said, I'll go on camera saying it, if I get married to my girl, I have zero intentions of divorcing her unless it's obviously something mad disrespectful and it's like, right, you brought shame in the family and that. But if it's like, right, you've lost your job or you don't want to work or whatever, I'll just roll with it, bruv. But if it's the flip side, we know because the record showed that a gal, there will be nothing wrong with your relationship. But the fact that a guy who just makes more money than you has said, right, I want to make you mine, she'll dip. And I'm on camera saying, I don't blame her. I just like to let people be reminded, this is the life of a man. You don't know, obviously not my story, but you don't know when the person that you've allegedly married or whatever just might say, Rod, you know what? This lifestyle's nice, but I could do better. You don't know. And that's what a lot of man's lifestyle right now.
And the thing you have on that is like,
imagine that.
Where like all these modern technologies, like your access and what you're seeing like in terms of wealth is far more. And I always say like back in the days with my grandparents, when they got together, that's it.
That's done. There's death row records.
Of
that's
a
what I said.
man or woman or
not leaving.
There's no going back. Do you know what I mean? But now there's so much like things to suck people in, and they start thinking like, oh, I could be on holiday and they see their friends going.
I could do Love Island. I could be the biggest
all
YouTuber.
These things coming together, and it creates like this crazy environment, and it's like within the blink of an eye, it's like
be heartless, man.
That's it.
Move like
Divorce.
that,
do you know what I mean? So exactly. So it's different times we're living in now, man.
Things like from past generations that might not have necessarily been healthy, that because we didn't see people airing out their business.
No,
now,
of course not.
Been privy to it, and people are like accepting things that they probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I always.
That's
you know what? I always debated with myself. Still, I didn't.
on.
You see, in my household, I can't lie. There was beer ignorance. I didn't see debates get sorted.
I was trained to be a driller.
I didn't see debates getting sorted out in a way to where
healthy.
Okay, they know they found common ground. Boom, boom, boom. They were sorted out in a way to where one person just has to walk away now.
Or it's gonna get technical.
Yeah, you get it. They've said what they've said. They might finally understand where each other's coming from, but there's no sorries and that. And I might tell you sorry 2 weeks from now.
But not just that, like, bruv, do you know what it was?
I might say,
I speak to my granddad a lot. My granddad's, he's 90 odd, yeah?
91,
and he was married for over like 50 odd years, almost 60 years. And I speak to him like, right, like, obviously to say in such a long marriage, you must go through some tribulations and stuff. Of course. Do you know what I mean? And he literally said, like, at the end of the day, they have their disagreement and they don't see eye to eye. And sometimes he'll get vexed and he'll go for a walk or go to the shop, drink a beer, come back. And that's it. But in today's society,
you can't do like, it. You go for a walk, you get a one day,
and then you're throwing something on your status.
You see a message.
You go for a walk, you get one day,
to get angry, and then he start replying something indirectly on his status, and then before you know, you get into altercation. It's
black screens. I mean, statuses and that.
You know what makes me laugh?
Tweet and that.
You know what makes me laugh?
Go on.
When I go for a girl's page, and there's no longer pictures of her and her boyfriend.
What does that mean?
And you know what I also like when I go through their pages
and there's no pictures of her boyfriend.
I see pictures of themselves, yeah. You see pictures of girls on their own, yeah. And they got 1 million likes, bro. Post one picture of them and their man. Oh,
man got 10.
You got about 10,
10 likes.
Maybe 12,
17 at tops.
Maybe 12. Bare comments to that. None of the men that are on there.
No man them commenting
None of the men that are on there sending the girl and bare love hearts and all of these things.
I don't care about that.
This is why I don't do it, bro.
I don't care about that.
I was telling my barber. I was telling my barber. I was saying, brother, you see social media. You see when I see a nice looking girl, brother, I skip past that quick, fam.
Yeah.
Hey, you see all on TikTok when you see videos of these girls. Yeah, move, bruv.
Yeah.
I ain't never gonna meet you. Yeah. And I know that.
Yeah.
You think I'm just gonna be here, just getting first year and just looking and just looking.
That dopamine, boy.
That fucks you up.
That dopamine.
You see, the more you stare at these bitches.
Do you know something?
Fuck off,
I need to ask a question.
These girls, some of these girls are really pretty, really sexy. But bro, you have to ask yourself: is it a lust thing, or could you actually be with that person?
Nah, it's all lust.
Because I couldn't.
It's all lust.
You see, if my girl was over pretty, bro, the whole world thought she was pretty. Sorry, the whole world thought she was sexy and that. The whole world, bro.
Careful what you say, because you're gonna be insecure.
Yeah, I don't know if I could be with a girl like that, bro. Especially if you want to expose yourself like that. I couldn't be with a girl like that.
So you're insecure.
Your girl needs to be semi-ugly.
Nice to me.
So she has to be semi-ugly. Is that what you're saying? So you want your girl to be busted? Is that what you're saying?
Wait, stop. What did you say? You know, I didn't even hear. I heard something, bro. What did you say, bro?
So what? Your girl needs to be semi-ugly then?
Yeah, bro. If that's the case,
I got a question, and I would like you to answer this.
She can be semi-ugly to them. But to me, she ain't gonna be semi-ugly.
Nah, still. Let Rick cook, and then I'm gonna.
I have a question, and I'd like whoever listens to this, male or female, to please answer it honestly, and I'd like you to answer this as well.
Good luck.
If a guy pay for you to go on holiday, what are your expectations as a female?
Just asking for a friend.
Like, he's not your boyfriend, but he's a good.
You've been
friend.
chatting to him for a couple weeks.
He's a good guy. You've been speaking
for a couple months.
You can't say his friend. As soon as you say friend, they're gonna say nah.
He's paid for you, but for the both of you to go on holiday.
Alright, he's made it clear that he likes you. You haven't actually got together, but he's made it clear that.
What am I expecting?
What are your expectations?
Is it pessimistic? I don't know. Like, obviously, I wouldn't accept it without being comfortable.
Because
like,
see,
sex with him on holiday.
Because would you assume that that's what he's?
Yeah, but it's like he would expect, but that's not a good thing, guys.
Of course. No, that's good. No, that's good. Why you say that?
That's it. Oh my god, that's not a good thing.
I'll put it out there.
Now you know what? No, I'll be real. If I was telling a girl I'm going on holiday with her, I'm gonna be real. I would make it clear, like, this is a platonic holiday, or this is a holiday where we're gonna do something. You get what I'm saying?
You're not going on a platonic holiday with no girl.
If it's not
pay for you, pay for yourself.
Do you know what? If I had money, like, boom, I'm just going away, bro. I feel like going away. Who wants to come? You coming? If you want that type of person, I could vibe with you and I could chill with you like that. Then I could do that. But that's because I'm not looking at you sexually.
Again, I'm talking about the average person, not someone that's like can pay for. It's not a problem to them. I'm saying that average guy. If you take a girl on holiday and pay, what is your expectation? And also females, what is your expectation for the holiday?
I'm expecting Narnia.
Pooty tang.
If because the reality is, yeah, I don't understand why we as humans pretend like most things ain't transactional. I don't understand why we pretend that like if you don't invest time and energy and money and stuff, you're not gonna expect some sort of return. And most guys, as most girls would say, want sex. That's what you're gonna expect, bro. If I'm letting you know now, if a man says he wants to take you on holiday and he's not trying to pipe you, he's either gay or he don't think you're nice at all and he just wanted someone to roll with.
And in that case, he's not going to take you anyway.
And in that case, he wouldn't take you. So he
definitely wouldn't have paid for you.
He definitely wouldn't have paid for you. I think I can speak for most men when we say if we spend our money on someone or something, we expect some sort of return of investment.
Do you know what? When I was robbing banks,
you're smiling in the corner.
But I feel like,
that's what he did. That's what he did.
I feel like you would know.
Listen. I
feel like you would know.
Listen to what I'm saying. You see, when I was doing that road and I was making grands,
you wouldn't put
free
yourself in that
profit,
situation, man.
When I was doing that shit, like there was plenty of times man bought girls to like West End just to spend, like just because. I want you there with, man. It weren't even a sexual thing. Like certain girls knew, like I ain't buying you this because we're gonna. You get what I'm saying? I'm buying you this car. I want you to roll with me today. You get it? That's what man used to do, bro.
I get you.
Man used to hit something, come bricky, pick up couple gal, head to West End and buy. You want them trainers? Go and pick them up. You want that? Go and pick them up.
Would you say
standard? And we was in school, bro.
Would you say it's like a?
We was in school.
Would you say that was a way of like celebrating at the same time?
That was a way of showing them, listen, I'm up.
That's what I'm saying, though.
But there's like without you thinking, you know, me doing this for you
means something.
Like
it means something.
I might not want it now.
It's a show of status.
I'm in credit now.
Yeah, it's a show of status.
You know what? I'll be honest with man. I'll be honest with man. Yeah. Before I was doing what I was doing, before I was hitting banks and that. And next man were hitting banks before, like man that I knew were hitting banks and that. They were coming back to Bricky, and doing the exact same thing. And I was seeing the ecstasy on these girls' faces.
Dopamine.
Thinking to myself,
dopamine.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna do that shit because I want her to feel like that about me. And that's just me being real. You get it? So there was bare times but don't get me wrong, if your heart ain't kind, you won't do that.
No, I hear you.
Regardless of how much money you're making. Because there was man that used to have 15 bags in their pocket, bro.
Yeah.
And be rolling with man. And they wouldn't buy not a girl nothing.
Yeah.
You get it? Not like, the fact that, bro, I'm not spending money on no girl because of... They weren't thinking about whether they're getting pussy or not. They just didn't want to spend money on no girl.
Yeah, they probably just didn't want to spend money to cut along so short.
I know man that used to rob banks, get 15, 10, 7 grand, come home, put it all in their drawer and take out £30 and say that's my spending for today.
Man just want to look at the money and just open the drawer and just be like,
wait. You see them, man. Where they now? Where they now?
On road. Do you know what?
He's still out here too.
No, do you know the man is
I was expecting to say $1 million.
The nigga that done that shit, his morals was on point. Fully on point, 100 on point. I'm talking about whether it was road or home. His morals were on point, bro. You get it? Like, if I got into that problem in jail and he saw that and I didn't get to do what I needed to do, he gonna do what I needed to do.
Yeah.
He was one of them.
You can vouch for man. You can vouch for
At the same time, you would see him in every designer you got, every designer you know of, driving or riding a bike with £30 in his pocket.
That man just don't give... Yeah, it's different still.
Yeah, bro.
But anyway, I was going to say different people have different relationships with money.
I met another you like that. I didn't know him personally, but they had the same nicknames. But one was from Bricky and one was from Peckham, and they were both the same.
Figures.
It's nuts.
Names are a very interesting thing, you know.
And their nicknames had nothing to do with what I'm talking about. They had the same nicknames and they were mean as hell when it came to spending money, bro.
Mean or calculated?
Oh, that's a good question. Mean or calculated? Bit of both, yeah.
Both. You got enough money to do some lavish shit if you want to, but you're just.
Alright, before we go, I've got a question to ask the man. E-man, you have to go first because, as I said, you've spoken for like 2 minutes of this entire pod.
Wow, I'm just getting all the draw.
You have to get the corn because you just sometimes I'm forgetting.
Yeah, you ain't saying shit, everybody.
Which is the
man's paying you to come in?
Yeah, like, you know like that. Like, man gave me 50 bands.
So what are you paying me?
Which is the hardest for you to say? Yeah, I apologize. I need help. I love you. I was wrong.
I love you comes easy to players, you know.
Just go. Listen, I take C out. Take C out. Put C in my way. Tell the guy I love you is kind of easy. I love you.
I'm screaming.
I never gonna start loving you, bitch.
This kind of fuck, boy.
Let me say it again.
I already know what mine is still.
I need help. I love you. I was wrong. Which one is the hardest for you to say?
B.
Wait. Let E-man go. Let me go.
I'll say, yeah.
I'll go to you last.
I say, I need help is probably the hardest for me, and then I apologize second.
Okay.
I ain't got no problem with saying none of them words apart from I need help.
Yeah, man. Like I just like
no
to.
problem saying I apologize. Brother, that is.
No.
Issue saying that.
What about I was wrong?
It depends. It depends on what.
wrong.
It depends on what the situation is, though, man. Sometimes, man.
Got his ass.
Well, I mean, I never ran like that. I
knew who it was.
I was
Shot his
sorry
ass.
because I hurt your feelings because you thought, you know.
Ah, he's one of them guys.
I ain't wrong, bro.
If you felt like that, then I'm sorry, you're there.
I'm sorry if I offended you by what you felt like I didn't have done. Like,
Yeah, bro, come on. Come on. I will apologize. No, I'll apologize.
Nah, but-
so what would you say? I need help. Is the hardest
Nah,
one.
saying I need help
can't
is
be.
is my biggest problem.
I need
Still.
help.
See me, I'll beef you before I tell you that, fam.
Word,
I would
fam.
I will
probably
not beef as in I will argue with you.
Yeah, I would
And you
agree.
hear bare frustration.
Like,
in
even
man's
that,
voice, like,
even love, and it depends on the
Person.
person.
Nah, that be.
Love depends on the person.
This guy.
Like, you can say I love you to your missus and
But
stuff.
I went through a
You know what I
stage
mean?
of bruv.
I'm saying,
If you're a gallus, you're a gallus, innit?
Everyone, I love you, innit? You hear it
I
still.
went through a stage of this, innit? If you're a gallus, you're a gallus, and you gotta know how to be a gallus, innit? So, like certain things and certain things, you know, in your heart of hearts, you don't mean it. You get it? When I was growing up, I told girls the most shit, the most shit.
saying playing a character.
It's only until I said, you know what? I've had enough. It's long, and it's money consuming.
Yeah,
You get
I
it?
hear that.
Cheating is money consuming.
We
bro.
spud you
And
on
I
that
started to
because
say,
that's
yeah.
why I don't do it.
I started to say that is
Men
long.
don't cheat.
Do you have
Cheating?
do you have kids? Yeah.
Yeah,
Girls, boys.
boys.
What kind of
boys.
stupid question is there, man?
Nah, I'm gonna say, how often do you tell your son that you love them?
Ooh, great question. Great question.
How often?
That is,
Yeah, often, yeah. And I'll tell you the reason
My
why.
youngest one, Zayn, all the time.
How old is he?
4, gonna be 5.
And the oldest?
Jaden,
All right.
That little nigga got to figure it out.
go find your mother, man.
The reason.
You know what it is. You know what it is. He knows that I do. You get it? And
I know. That's what I was thinking about it. As soon as you said it, I was thinking
No, you
the
can
same
say that.
thing.
You can say that. but
how do you know he knows though?
Dynamics are
Exactly.
different.
How do you know he
Dynamics are
knows?
different.
It's not,
Because
bro.
How do
he
you know he
knows
knows?
that he don't. Alright, watch this, yeah. You see, when he was Zayn's age, I used to tell him the same thing, the exact same thing as I do to Zayn. You're my best friend, bro. You get it? Like, don't think there's never nothing that you can't
chat to
tell
me
me
or whatever.
there's never a time that he's gonna lie to you about nothing. You get
Still,
me?
you saying still gotta say the words?
I'm gonna speak.
Ghost.
I'm gonna speak bare. You get me? Honesty in your heart, and I'm gonna speak with nothing but honesty when it comes to my child. You get me? And I'm never gonna do nothing to hurt you or say nothing that doesn't. You get me? Actually mean something to
I don't
you
come to
or
think of it.
for you.
I don't
You
think
get what I'm
I've
saying?
heard my dad say I
But
love
you know what?
You saying your dad's never said that?
I'm trying to think. I'm actually trying to think about it.
Categorically,
Time, bro.
I've never heard dad say I love you.
And the reason
I don't think I've
I've
heard
heard my dad say I love you.
I'm telling you,
Ever.
but the reason I ask because
I don't know where he is, but
I've
that's
got
besides the
both
point.
We
girls
say we got daddy issues.
and I've got son.
I don't give a fuck.
Hold on.
So-
This is key.
And the reason.
See, but I didn't grow up thinking that I needed to hear it from him, bro. I didn't
No,
even
but I
I didn't even want
bro,
to hear it from him, bro.
But
Let Rick cook.
this
Let
what I'm
Rick
saying.
cook,
The
bro.
reason
Let
why I
Rick
say to you is I have both in it. And I went for, I tell you off air what happened. I went for a madness with my son. And me and him had a reason. I thought like, rah, just like you said with your son that he knows and that you tell him like you can confide in me. I thought I had that relationship with my son until I had this issue. Do you know what I mean? And I literally had to break everything down to my son. I said, rah, like, is there anything that because with my girls, I love you, princess. I love you,
princess.
all the time.
I bet you don't call your sons king.
I love you, princess.
Yeah,
they
or
know,
prince.
they know that I love them.
You almost vomited.
I tell them,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ain't gonna say that.
I love them. Do you know what I mean? And I spoke to my son and said, is there anything that you think me as a father, I don't say to you? Or and he said, rah, like, you've never said that you love me, or you never like, you know, yes, you might buy me these things and stuff, but you never told me that you love me. And I thought,
Oh, it's deep.
bro, like,
He might,
you're my son.
he might get very much. How old is he?
Huh?
How old is he?
He's 13 today.
Today, happy birthday to
big
TJ.
man.
You
Yeah.
may or
Happy
may not
birthday,
see this,
bro.
but happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday.
TJ.
And I said to him like, rah, like, and I started thinking about it, and I thought, rah, I'm teaching you to be strong and to be what I presume that a man should be, but also as a young child, kids needs loving.
I'll be
Do you know
honest
what I
with you,
mean?
yeah.
And sometimes it's not just what you do, but what you
Jaden went
say.
through some stage of being soft, bro. You get me? Doing some soft youth shit. You get me? And that's because his mum had. No,
what age?
don't get me wrong. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Where's the fuck all that?
I don't give a fuck. My nigga, this is my boy, bro.
I'm asking
I
that,
don't
what
care,
age,
fam.
bro?
Ain't no soft shit, man.
It was a thing of this, yeah. His mum's friends had nothing but daughters. So he was nothing. He was around nothing but girls.
Female energy.
Do you get what I'm
Just bare
saying? So,
feminine energy, yeah.
bro, I've got a sister, bro. I've got sisters.
Yeah.
Female energy is addictive, fam. You get it?
Of course it is. And it's fantastic as well. Don't ever get that twisted. It's fantastic, but there needs
Bro,
to be a balance.
it started moving a certain way. You get me?
has to be a balance.
So it fixed me kind of in a certain way. You get it? And it's like his mum was listening to me, but I know you're only listening to me on this phone call. Do you get what I'm saying? When things are said and done, you ain't understanding what I'm saying, or you know what I mean? And you're only phoning me when it's time to cuss. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of this shit, bro. You get me?
I remember you saying
I'm sick
this,
of
bro.
hearing about this shit. I'm sick of you phoning me just to feel like I'm not the discipline guy. I'm saying, look, if we're both parents, you can discipline him too when I'm not around, and I can discipline him too. But you shouldn't. You see
That
that
shouldn't
phone
just
call
be your
thing?
designated
I'm gonna
role.
phone your dad,
Yeah.
brother. One day that's gonna run out. And when that runs out, what then? He's gonna smack you in your face. What then? He's just gonna disrespect you forever.
Yeah,
you get it.
you gotta
I'm
train
saying
it up a
you've got to
different
find a way to be able to make him hear you. Not just, bro. I can say one word to my youth.
And then you fall-
One
fall the
word.
line.
Boom. I don't have no issues with my son. The only son I have issues with is Zayn. You get it? That's because he's a hothead, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I don't
he's
have
like a
no
madman, isn't
issues with Jaden, bro. He's a cool you. He listens to everything I say. Zayn, bro, he gonna be a different you. So I think I have to show him more love than I do Jaden at this point in time because he needs it. You get it? Because he might come out different, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Alright, let me say this, yeah, before we go. First of all, yeah, I've said this to Jeorgia before, actually, yeah, and you will know this because obviously dad and that. I learned like saying I love you and that because of Jeorgia. That's not a thing that we do. Like, shout out to mum. Mum shows her love by you've got a roof, you got clothes, you got food, that you're patterned. But mum wasn't just constantly saying I love you. And even as we've got older, it's only now that we really exercise.
I don't think Yardie mums say that until they get angry.
I think within the black community, so
Yeah, they don't say that until they get
Right.
angry with you. Like,
This is what I was gonna go with.
they will
it.
be cussing you talking about they love you.
Right,
You shouldn't be doing them.
This is what I was gonna go with it. You said you realise you don't really tell your son that. You said you realise one son you can't really tell him that because it's not even
I
gonna
can,
be.
but I don't.
It might not be in his benefit to show him all this softness.
Yeah.
Right, but then also off the back of that, I said, E-Man said, you could probably say the same, and you could probably say the same. None of our dads said to us, "Yeah, I love you, son, man. I love you. Like, I'm proud of you," and all that. That's not words that we heard.
Oh, proud of you. I've never heard that one.
And you know how that is as well. Bro,
And the worst thing is,
I could build a rocket ship, and my dad would look at me like, You probably could have got it out quicker.
Sorry, can I just a quick point?
And the worst thing is,
A rocket ship.
and the worst thing is, my sister.
And man's looking at
My sister, you will hear it. Ooh,
That's a quick point.
my sister, you will hear it, fam.
You know,
It's
do you ever have
brazy,
your
fam.
2 kids together, like your 2 sons?
Shout out my sister though.
Imagine
Shout out
this,
your sister,
yeah.
for real.
Imagine, you know, you said you told one that you love them, and the other you don't. So imagine you're telling
I
one.
wouldn't do it in front of them, like, in front of each other. That's a
You
bit
might not
awkward.
Probably do it, but without even just because
Nah, bro.
it's
Trust
just
me, I know I
natural.
don't.
You know?
10 years time they're gonna chat though.
And
10 years time they're gonna chat.
The reason why I say that,
bro. There's
the reason
siblings
why I
that's
say that
supposed to.
is-
What? The dad never told you you love me though. Yeah, dad told me you love me.
They're supposed
Dad
to.
never told me you love me. I what? Come outside. I come outside.
the reason why I say that is because
Zayn will probably win.
I was gonna say that. I know you was gonna say that. What did you
Zayn,
say?
brother, I don't think you understand my youth, bro. Zayn's a G, bro. He don't have it, fam. He don't have it, fam. Like, but he doesn't. He's not a bully either, but he don't have it, fam. You get me? Remember, Jaden's not an only child. Zayn is an only child, and he's an only child on my side and on the other side. His uncle just had a child not too long ago, but Zayn's been 4 years old, getting everything from both sides.
He's territorial. Yeah,
But it's not even territorial thing. He's just he's clever with it, bro.
Yeah, but he would be
You know,
territorial.
sometimes
if
you
he's
see
the
he's
only
spoiled.
one.
You say, nah, he's fucking spoiled, bro. This you ain't. He's not spoiled to that level, bro. He's spoiled, but he's clever with his spoiledness. I can't explain it, bro. I can't explain it. There's not much times he has tantrums and that. He just knows how to work brain, fam.
That's scary.
When he's
at that
ready-
age
when
as
he's
well.
ready.
Yeah, he just knows how to work brain. He knows how to
At
talk.
that age as well, that's
He
scary.
knows how to talk.
Nah, the only reason why I brought it up was because when my first daughter was born, I call her a princess. Then my second daughter, I call her a cry because she's always crying. And then my third daughter, I call her bad chargy because she just never used to listen. So imagine I'm calling the first one princess all the time. Cry, bad chargy. Like that. Like, bad chargy, what's up? Princess, come here, cry. And obviously I explained to them the reason why I gave them the name. And then when my daughter turned to me, this is the middle one. Cry. She turned to me and she goes, oh, like, do you think that I'm not a princess?
Ooh.
I was like,
Kids are clever, you know.
that's what I'm saying.
That one was
They
that
both
hit
in
the
my
nerve,
mind, I'm
hit the
thinking,
nerve
right, it's just
still.
your nickname that I've given you from
Bro, words
a
are
child growing
powerful.
up. Do you know what I mean? And she's
Words
like,
are so
right, do you
powerful.
think that I'm less prettier than her, or I'm not like? And I was like, it made me think, and I'm thinking like, right, like, even though to me or to within the black community, it's just nicknames, but kids pick up on it and that they take it to heart. Do you know what I mean? So they
Facts.
don't see you calling them as cracker. They compare themselves to their other siblings and
Yeah.
stuff. So that's what I'm saying.
Positive reinforcement.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes where obviously you might say I love you to one son and not to the other. And even though you might think, well, because do you know what I mean? So
You see, my mentality is this. I'm the youngest of 3 from my mum. Brother, sister, then me. My mum could win 20 grand at bingo. My brother could ask for 10 grand and get it. Me and my sister couldn't do that. You see it? My sister could get away with certain things that maybe I couldn't get away with. My brother could get away with basically almost everything. I could get away with some things because I'm the youngest. So you see, because of that dynamic, I knew my place in my family. You get me?
but we're different though.
Where I know, cool. That's why I'm saying that's my mentality. Because whereas my brother got everything, and I never looked at it like, right, he gets everything, and I don't get nothing. We just looked at it as like, he gets everything. That's Seth. You get me? Debbie will get bad up more time than anything. You get me? But what I have seen from my sister, yeah, is her throw mad tantrums with my mum that me and my brother can't do. Do you get what I'm saying? We can't move like that. Stamping, going upstairs and then fuckery and then... bro, me and my brother couldn't do that. You get it? So my mentality is on a thing like, I know my place in my family. My sister knows her place. My brother knows his place. You get it? We don't look at it like, bro, I'm jealous of you because you rare tear. And the reason why, yeah, is because if my brother got 10 grand out of my mum's 20, he's gonna big me. You get it?
But even so, this is
So certain things I look at
this is
it
not
like,
from a kid's perspective. Do you know what I mean? This is from a mature, say, teenager or adult to be getting money from your mum win bingo. Do you know what I mean?
These
I'm saying
things
from a
But you
kid.
know, mum would bust you though.
Cam just
I'm
had
just
to
saying,
go.
yeah,
Cam
I'm
just
saying,
had to
but
go
obviously,
there.
you know, it's from a like.
I'll be next.
I think siblings dynamic with their parents, it can't always be the same. And that's how I think. And the reason why I think like that, when my brother done an M, bro. Now I'm doing road. My brother knows I'm doing road. Yeah.
Hold up, player.
This was back in the day when my brother done an M, got nicked and that. But before he got nicked and that, I remember one day he came home, bro. I was sitting down in the front room, chatting to my mum. Yeah. Yeah.
How's it just saying it's so calm, bro?
Because it's done and done with, bro. We got not guilty. What? Fuck everyone. Listen, when my brother came home, yeah.
I need to pee.
When my brother came home, yeah. Like this is the difference between me and my brother. He came home. I need to speak to mum.
Yeah, just
cool. I went and sat in my bedroom. Front room door got closed. Brother, I didn't know what happened until he was going court. You see it? So that's the different dynamic between my brother and me. My brother could come in and sit down and tell my mum anything. I wouldn't. I know I could, but I wouldn't. It's just not in me to do it. No, you get me? So some siblings are different. And that's just, it's just going to be naturally like that.
That's like me and my sister.
You get me? My mum knew, she used to always call me, yeah, you're the teeth. You're the teeth of this family. You get me? Because she knew whatever she knew whatever I did, it's staying with me. It's not getting spoke to nobody, bro. You get me? And whereas my brother would do a thing like, if my mum asked him, yeah, I did that, mum. Turn back, watch TV. Like, it's normal. Me, I would be on something like,
I even know what you're on about.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie to the death. Even after getting beaten, I'm still gonna lie. You get it? Some dynamics are just different with siblings, man.
What was you gonna say?
And I just understood it, and I just didn't really mind it. If you get what I'm saying,
you accepted it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
What was you gonna say, man? In terms
again,
of
from a teenage perspective, as a child, and it's a bit different, isn't it? Like, why is she called Princess? I'm not. I'm cry.
Bro, I grew up, but don't get me wrong, yeah. You see,
these times I ask E-man.
I know, but you know what? Sorry. Big man attack.
I'm just hijacking.
Big man attack. You see? No, you see what?
And then I'll get drawn up for it.
You know like that?
You're taking too long, fam.
Yeah, you are taking too long. You got projector voice.
Yeah, bro, you just.
Where's the beast, cuz? Where's the beast?
Brother.
Don't get me wrong though. You can still grow with sense regardless. Because I realize something like the dynamics of how we grow and how we are raised have to change. And I realized that by going to the same jail I used to visit my brother in. By going to the same jail I used to visit my uncle in. You get what I'm saying? I never thought when I was visiting them that I'm gonna be here one day. You get it? So shit has to change, bro. And until you recognise
product of your own environment.
It's not even that, bro. Man's just ignorant, bro.
I said, nah, I ain't blaming the environment. I'm just
man's just ignorant, fam. You can't say them words no more. It sounds good, everybody saying that product of my environment. And most of the time
I'll be so real, I was just trolling.
Most of the time we are. Enough of the mentality we use and enough of our mannerisms we have.
You know what I've said, yeah?
It is.
You when people are late.
Differently,
and they say,
you know we could have made another choice.
It's like when black people are late.
You know men could have made another choice.
Nah, but you know what? Nah, but hear what Rick was saying though.
It would have been harder, but you know you could have made another choice.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. That you could have been earlier and you could have came last week, but you didn't.
Ooh.
That one.
What's this, Rick? You know, man phoned me, yeah? And I've just got home.
That is a low blow.
You know, you just get home from work and I forgot there was any pod booked, any studio or anything.
Don't care.
And he phoned me and said, bro,
you better have energy.
One time we meet for pod, I said, bro.
Brother, how do you forget there's a whole podcast today?
No one told you. No one cares about men, whether you're working 1 hour or 12 hours.
If you're catching a flight, you're not forgetting you got a flight to catch.
I was doing the speed reading in the week.
Hours early.
So all I saw was Monday. Then I see man say, nah, not Monday. Or something about I prefer Friday.
No. He preferred Friday. And he said I prefer Friday, but I said no, Monday because of bank holiday.
All I saw was I prefer Friday, and I was like, yeah, that's good with me.
I called Ghost 5 times. Ignore everything he just said. Everything he said is irrelevant.
On the day he called Ghost.
I called him 5 times.
You called me when? 5 times when?
Bruv, I called you 5 times.
When?
He said you was on the ends, bro. He said you was on the ends, bro.
No,
he said you was
shit. Because I need to.
You chatting shit. I didn't.
Did you not call Ghost on that day? No, wait. Did you not call Ghost? Wait.
I said I'm coming ends.
No, you said you're coming ends. You said you're coming ends. But this was 2 hours. This
But
was 2
still,
hours before studio.
You knew there was studio today. That's even bro.
No, jokes aside.
You know when your plan's in your head already, you get home plan. You know when it's settled.
Like, so this is the additional payment.
And then Cam called me. You get me? I was like, my God.
I need to go to the toilet.
Yeah, I'm bursting. I'm gonna wrap this up quickly.
This was banning me.
I'm gonna wrap this up quickly. This was a sick pod. Hopefully we can have the same lineup the next time we record. Hopefully we'll see how that works out. Before I go, I do want to say self-reflection, very important. I reflected. Couple episodes. I was looking at them. I don't know if I really loved them, but what I did love is today.
And the fact sweets on that.
Nah, you still got all the evening. We still got all evening. But self-reflection, very important. Sometimes you think you're doing shit, you're not actually doing shit. Remember where you came from. Sometimes you think you're doing too sick. Actually, chill out. You still got a long way to go. So sometimes chill, sit back, reflect that, you know, it might not be what you think it is. Also, talk to other people. Get outside opinions. Not that you can take them in and internalize them, but sometimes you just need to hear someone else say, actually, you're fucking up. Actually, you're doing very well.
Do you know what? Arguments ain't easy though.
Oh, the truth.
Yeah, arguments ain't easy.
Arguments are the truth.
Arguments ain't easy. It's always going to be an argument. Whether it's a debate, argument, whatever. If it's two different, it's not easy sometimes.
I think it's the truth though. People have a
whether it's the truth or not.
Whether
it's the truth or not, and I agree with it, it turns into an argument or a debate.
But you know what?
But if I don't agree with it, like I'm just saying, like not even me. I'm just saying sometimes it's hard to hear some shit that you believe the opposite.
Oh yeah,
so hard.
No, I hear you, but at the same time, I don't know what happened there. But at the same time, sometimes you also have to admit, you know what? I fucked up, and I need to do better. It's got
Wait. Hold on. Before we end. You think you can always get away with it, fam.
What did I do?
You didn't say which one is the hardest for you.
Yes, I did. I said B.
Which one was B? I need help.
Yeah.
I think that is for most people.
I don't remember. Do you remember him saying that?
I think that's the hardest for most
Do you remember
men.
him saying that?
Sorry to make it like that.
I was going to say that,
him saying that still.
In general.
But I think
men or women.
I think
both.
Let's
be real. Alright, watch this. Have you ever been in the supermarket and someone looks at you, old lady, she goes, "Excuse me."
That's a different type of help, bro. It's
a small example, but it's the bigger thing because I've never actually been asked that by an old man. I've never been asked by an old man, "Rah, could you get that off the shelf for me?" Never in my life. Have you?
We've worked in Sainsbury's, bro.
Oh yeah, well that's different.
Even when I'm in Sainsbury's,
I'm talking about I'm in Sainsbury's as well.
even when I'm in Sainsbury's and I can't find something, I still don't ask for help, fam, until I find it, bro.
I tried to help an old man.
Do you know what I tried to help?
And he got onto you.
And he said, "Oh, well, I'm not dead. I'm only old."
Do you know what?
I swear that I would have pushed him.
I tried to help.
I pushed him, bro.
A lesbian woman.
Are you mad? I'm trying to help you.
I don't know if she had strength to prove to me or what. You get it? And it weren't a thing of like, I just stood back. I didn't even say a word.
Do you know?
And I watched her struggle. I'm saying, go on.
You know what you need to do?
I said, go on. You do that.
On your
you
Instagram
get me,
bio,
I just tried to, I don't care what you are. I'm just trying to help you. I'm just being polite. It don't matter what you are.
On your Instagram bio, yeah.
But I thought to myself,
you need to put professional grenade thrower because every time you do a pod, yeah, Ghost can't ever finish the pod without a grenade. I swear to God, because you don't.
I tried to help a lesbian and she's moving like
mad.
I'm strong too. Like okay, that's fine.
Try to help a lesbian.
But everybody needs help.
Try to help a lesbian with what?
Huh? Bags, bro. Oh. Bags. What do you mean?
Hey, speaking of bags, this has nothing to do with bags.
What else you think
I don't know your ghost, bro.
Have you seen this show?
Wait, what did you say?
I said I don't know your ghost, bro.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It means what you want it to
I don't know.
mean,
He's
fam.
lost me. I still need to pee proper.
You see the next pod, I'm on you, bro.
Yeah, you have to be.
I can't lie.
Trying to beat lesbians.
Ghost went through a whole episode without doing a forfeit.
Yeah, bro, we ain't gonna let that slide. Man has to do shots of Ray in that. Hey, before we go, because he missed the whole episode. Have you seen? No, forget that. Wait. We'll get back to that.
I've never seen nobody else do these things when they miss episodes.
Because we don't really miss episodes. It's only you.
E-Man don't miss episodes. I don't
miss
episodes.
Not really.
Wait. Exactly.
Oh, so because I slept through it.
You've got to hot the man them up. If you don't hot the man them up, they think it's cool. I can't lie. We have to do this.
You have to back a shot. You have to back a shot, bro.
What on cam?
Anything.
You have to back a shot on cam, bro.
What? Are you gonna make me, brother? You gonna meet me,
I don't
bro?
have to do nothing. And you know what's
gonna meet me,
mad?
bro?
You know what's mad? The worst part of it, I
even
even know I don't drink like
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't even drink like that. I don't even drink like that.
That's the whole point of
Win
the
as a
forfeit.
team and lose as a team. So
Facts. Alright, before we go, have you not seen? Have you seen that show on Channel 4? Not the one where they're getting naked in front of the
I
kids.
don't
the
watch
one
Channel 4 anymore. Still,
you don't watch that.
No.
What do you mean
There's,
naked in front of the kids?
yeah, there's that.
The two people running through the forest and that.
That's the one I was going to talk about. Is it called, George? Naked, Afraid, and Naked Alone and Trying to Make It Home. You need to watch that because that just lets you know when everything is done. Forget the clothes. Forget
I watched one
the Uber
episode.
Eats. This
My
is
man
real
said
life.
the thing's down there to his girlfriend. He said, listen, cut that way, I'm gonna meet you back there. My man, cut out.
He cut.
Cut out, bro. Cut out. Got the thing, turned back and was like,
The camera panned back to her. She's like, I'm lost now. I don't know where I am. I'm pretty annoyed that he's left.
pissed off.
She was pissed. She was pissed. But
She
hey,
was pissed. But I was saying to
I'll
myself,
show you
you know
after.
what? I ain't leaving my girl. So
no, didn't I say that? I said I wouldn't do that.
No
still.
way.
I wouldn't
You
do
gonna
that.
leave my girl?
Not in the wilderness.
Bro, we're
Not
gonna
in
be
the wilderness.
cold and we're having sex. How about that?
But why did they split though? Did she
Because
think
no,
that
Because he
she?
was trying to get ahead to.
How do we get to that?
There's two teams.
How do we get to that?
How?
You lot in the pod, man. I need to piss.
I'm gonna be keeping warm out this bitch. That's how. And I can't build no tent out of fucking sticks and shit.
Is that it?
What?
So
If you saw what
wait.
they slept under,
Huh? Oh.
if you saw what they slept under, did you watch it? Bruh.
It's a magic.
I said nah.
I watched it.
I said nah,
And it's also
bruh.
$5,000.
That's
$5
it.
grand.
Is
And you know,
this
you
the
see
one
the
with
last one I see?
Olani and all of that?
The last,
no, that
no.
was good.
You see the last one I see? They got close to end to where feds went and
Yeah,
told them you can't be naked around here and that.
yeah. They go to civilization.
So what's the end goal?
to get the $5,000.
No, but
Split between
what
two.
they trying to
split between
find
two.
the $5 grand? Trying to find the five grand or?
Yeah.
So is it buried somewhere?
But on the
No,
way,
it's in civilization.
on the way, you can get things.
Would you and Cams
Like,
do
you
that?
start off at a forest. On the way, you can get things like an axe to chop wood.
No.
Because you start off with nothing.
The embarrassment's not enough.
Yo, you have to go and
See my tits.
basically you spend the night.
So just butt naked,
You have to spend the night out there.
3 nights.
3 nights.
So if you
Naked.
don't, if you're not first to get the resources, if you're not the first team to get, because there's another team. If you're not the first team to get the resources,
They don't give you food.
Then you have to
And they
invent
don't
something
give you
or.
food. So you got to forage for your own berries and stuff for 3 days.
Huh? That's why you're eating berries.
I see one advert
safe,
where a man
safe,
come
safe,
up with beer stuff, that
Safe.
beer ration for his body, bro. I'm saying fuck that.
One guy got hypothermia.
Yeah, I'm saying fuck, bro.
Why would they eat, fam? What the hell?
Yeah, bro.
Jog on the
Wow.
spot.
It's not enough money.
That's bad.
It's these
I know they didn't shoot this in the summer.
I'm saying, you know, I'm saying these people's managers, bro.
Exactly, fam.
To start their own fires and build a shelter out of sticks and leaves.
But you get in the bag might be a lighter.
Yeah.
Might.
There might be a lighter
Might.
in the resources that you gotta get before the other team gets there. I swear they got a lighter and an axe.
An axe and knife.
Yeah, that was the
One
first night.
person
But
got a
still,
deer
that ain't doing shit for
A
me.
deer.
bro. That-
A day to cook.
And they had to cut, they got a whole deer. They had
Was it
to,
live?
no, it was dead. But they had to like.
That's animal.
cut away
That's
from the
animal
fur
cruelty.
and get the meat out of it themselves.
That's animal
I'm
cruelty,
dead,
man.
bro. Can't eat something wrong, bro.
Wait, a dip.
Vegan.
Man was dead.
One of them was a
I
vegan.
don't know how to do these things. Man was dead.
One of them was a vegan.
Half of my meat has got all fur on it and that.
No.
Apples for 3
And you know the
days.
maddest thing about it?
That's
It's not
that's
always
ridiculous.
Sometimes there's random people, bro.
Like, you don't-
Imagine,
yeah.
I'm a random guy and you're a random gal.
Yeah.
Listen,
And you just turn.
Imagine we don't win nothing.
Naked.
imagine we don't win nothing. I'll be like, hey. Come up on that tree. Keep warm, you get me? It's only right. It's only right. Bro, we might just have to have sex. Like, I'm not trying to do this, but we might have to. You get me? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm not even joking, Rick. You might have to do that just out of. You have to keep warm, bro. When I looked at the people, I said, nah. The next day, the man and the woman woke up. There was a couple. I said, bro, she might leave him, you know.
Oh, she was so angry.
Bro, she might leave, bro. I
I thought she
said,
was
nah.
gonna die.
Why?
I thought, cause she.
I thought they weren't gonna find her. I thought she was gonna get lost and go a different
She
way.
got lost. I reckon the camera people helped.
Cause bro, the grass is deep, you know. They're like grass up there,
Yeah,
fam.
like there.
Like big
And they
grass,
get
bro.
bitten.
Yeah,
by
they
these little
bites and
monkeys.
nits and bro. I said, nah, bro. I could not do that.